Hello, AP Computer Science A students. I hope you're enjoying your snow day. So in class today, we were supposed to be doing a pair programming assignment. And so since you can't do it at school as a pair, you're going to do it at home. So you can use these videos to help if you get stuck, or you can go through your program and write yours while I create one on here. Okay, so this was the assignment, the pair programming assignment, and it's to create a car template and a car tester. So recall in the first day I made a rock and a rock tester. So it'd be nice if you had these programs down to refer to for yourself. But we'll be going through this car one. And as I'm building the car template, which is the resource class, I'm going to go ahead and start the car tester too, so we can test along the way. So I can build pieces and test as I go. All right, so let's get started. So create a class that is named car. So this is my resource class that's going to be my object template for cars. So there we go. I've got my car resource class started. Now it's supposed to have two private instance variables, a string and a double, for the color and the speed of the car. And you can notice this font is a little different, and that means they really want you to use these names. And you might as well get used to sometimes not being able to choose your names. So we'll use the names color and speed. They're string and double, and so we have private string color and private double speed. Okay, so now when a car gets created, it will have a color and a speed. Next in our resource class, we should create the constructors for these objects. So what are the initial values they're going to get when we instantiate a new object? So here we have a default constructor where the default color is going to be black and the speed will be 0. And then we're going to make a toArg constructor where when they create the object, they can pass the color and the speed of the object. So let's go back here and do that. So here's my, here's my default constructor, which gets public, no return type, and then the name matches this name exactly. And for a default, there's nothing. So this is my default constructor. And these were my instance variables or field variables or state. Okay, and so this is like a method, so I open it and close it. And they said the default values of color and speed are that the color equals black and the speed equals 0. Now what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go ahead and start using this. So if you haven't watched the video on scope and reference types and then the video on this, go ahead and stop here, go watch those and come back. So just to get used to using it, but in that other video I talk about when this is required or not, but I think it's just good to see it. Alright, so it refers to these instance variables. Okay, so I have my default constructor, and now I'm going to make the toArg constructor, and they told me to name the parameters. So notice this part is the same as the default. It's just it has 2 arguments inside instead of none. This is in speed and this is in color. And so again we have an open brace and a closed brace. And it's actually going to be the same as this guy. But rather than setting the color of the car to black, I'm going to set it to some other color that the person who created the object decided. And so, okay. So I have my default constructor, my toArg constructor, my variables, I can compile this, and mine is compiling cleanly. So I'm going to go ahead and go make a tester. So File, New, Java, public class car tester. This name is not as important. And here's where I'm going to put my main method. Okay, and inside there I'm going to go ahead and make a car, I don't know. I don't have any great names. I don't know what the cars are in the movie Cars. Steve McQueen and Lightning or something. All right, so car Steve equals new car, and I'm probably remembering incorrectly, but I thought he was red, and his speed, he was fast. I don't know. He's going 75. All right, and then Steve and Lightning, I think I'm making that up, and I don't know what color he is. Obviously I can't remember the movie very well at all, right? So I'm making two objects here. Now just compiling this will make sure that the two programs are talking to one another. I can't create an object of car type unless car tester can find this template, and unless things in the template match up. So for example, if I accidentally tried to pass a third thing here, that would mean I'd need a 3-arg constructor, and I get a compiler error. Nope, I don't have a 3-arg constructor. So then I have a compiler error, right? So I have a 2-arg constructor. So this calls the 2-arg to instantiate the object Steve, and this calls the default. So I can use whichever constructor I want when I instantiate an object. Okay, this is great. So it'd be nice to know if these objects, Steve and Lightning, if they got the values, right? That would be the other check for my constructors, is that if I print out Steve, I should see red 75. If I print out Lightning, I should see black and 0, because those were the default values. So what you'll see here, though, is that I don't get that, is I get this weird thing here. We're going to talk about why later, but just know that when I go to print Steve, I look at Steve's type, and he's a car, and I go look in car for a toString method, and there isn't one. So Java does its best to print some information about the car, which is actually very worthless information for us, right? This is some reference address. That doesn't help me at all. So what I'm going to go do now is I'm going to skip ahead in the specs and go all the way down to the bottom here where this toString method is. And I'm going to write that so that I can check that Steve and Lightning got their values. So remember, a toString method returns a string representation of the object. I don't pass anything to it, no input, and this is telling me the format it should be in. The blank car is going blank miles per hour. So it's going to be the color of the car going how many miles per hour. Okay, so I can start the header. It said it returns a string. There's no static on any of these. The method's name is toString, and there's no parameters passed to it. And its job is to return some string value. And we saw in an earlier example that I can use this string format method to format my string similarly to printf. It's not going to print it to the string here, or print it to the screen here, but it will create a string using those format specifiers, which is nice. So let me look at it again. The blank car is going blank miles an hour. The blank, and it's a color, car is going %.2f blank miles per hour. Okay, the blank car is going blank miles per hour. I knew this blank was a color, and so the format specifier is an S for color. And I knew this blank was the speed, and the speed is a double, which is an F. So I can do that. So let's see if this compiles. Remember, sometimes here you're going to need to recompile the car class manually, and then go to car tester and run, it won't always, if you click run, it won't always recompile car. All right, there we go. So the red car is going 75, the black car is going, and that's what we expected, right? Steve was red and 75. Okay, so I know my constructors are working. I know my toString is working. So now I can go back and I can write some of those other methods. All right, so let's go back and look at the specs. All right, so I have my getters and my setters, and I'm going to have a get for speed, a set for speed, a get for color, a set for color. So the getters are accessing this private information. We're letting someone get that information. So all these methods are public. For color, when it gets the speed, it's going to return for color, when it gets the color, it's going to return a string. So the return value of this method is string. The name is getColor, and getters don't get past anything. And so I'm just simply going to return the color of the car. For speed, speed is a double, so when I get the speed, it's going to return a double. And again, if you like this, I am returning this color and this speed. This being these guys up here. So it's nice now to have Steve and Lightning to look at, because we know that Steve's color and speed are different than Lightning's color and speed. And so when I say I want you to print Steve.getSpeed, I'm going to know that the speed you're getting is Steve's. So this is how it's different. So in this call, this is going to refer to Steve's speed. If I copy that and I paste that and I change this to Lightning, now when I go into the getSpeed method for this call, this is going to refer to Lightning's speed. So it refers to the calling object. This refers to the calling object. Okay, so I can compile this and I can print. And there I go. That's my getter for Steve's speed. That's my getter for Lightning's speed. And similarly, I can set their speed, but this is where it's good to. So if I say Steve.setSpeed, we're going to get a couple of compile errors here, but it's interesting to look at. Okay, first I can't even find the symbol, right? We didn't even write the setters yet. Okay, let's go write the setters. So these are my accessors or getters. They are accessing information. And now I'm going to write setters, which will change something about the object. Now you can look back here for the setters. The return type is nothing, which means void. And then here they each get a parameter of the new speed or the new color. So this is void, set speed. Speed is a double, so when I get a new speed, it's also going to be a double. And this would be an example of a mutator, changing. Now color is a string, so when they send me a color, it's going to be a string. And I don't use this all the time, so I keep forgetting to put it there. But again, in this whole program, you don't have to use this at all with the way it's been written. So, okay, so another mutator. And I'm going to have to pick up in the next video. We'll pick up in the next video with what happens with this. It's got several compiler errors. So I'll see you in the next video.